Activity 4 is manipulative skills. You're going to learn that manipulative means you have to manipulate something, so that something has to be an object. It can be a ball, it can be a jump rope, it can be a fluffy stuffed animal, it can be a parachute, it can jump rope, any object in order to manipulate it. So, manipulative skills are in chapter 17 and on page 358. It's very important that you notice that I try and choose my wording correctly so that you can correlate it with the book. So the first few activities comes from page 358, and the heading is activities with balloons and beach balls, and then it talks about recommended progression. Underneath recommended progression, whoever picks number 1 in the class will teach number 2 and number 3. So if you're looking on that page, nobody's teaching number 1. Number 2 is saying introduce specific hand, finger, and arm contacts. Include using alternate hands, contacting at different levels, low, high, in between, and so forth. And number 3 says to establish some type of a sequence with 3 or 4 body parts. So you're going to name different body parts when you teach this. So whoever picks number 1 will teach number 2 and number 3 under recommended progression on page 358. Whoever picks number 2 will teach number 5, which reads, use an object to control the balloon, called Lumi sticks. I have Lumi sticks. It's just a little wand, and it's just short, about 12 inches long. They're different colors, and you'll do the Lumi stick. And you'll teach number 8, introduce some aspect of volleyball technique. I'm reading from the book. Overhand pass, underhand pass, dig pass. So whoever picks number 2 has to teach both number 5 and number 8. Whoever's number 3 will teach number 9 and number 10. Toss a balloon up is number 9. Pick up a hoop from the floor, pass it around the balloon, place the hoop on the floor, keep the balloon from touching the ground. This is exactly what you will be doing and teaching to the class. You will also be teaching number 10. 4 to 6 children sit on the floor in a small circle. Get 2 balloons to be kept in the air. Children's seats are glued to the floor, and they're going to hit the balloon up. If the balloon hits the floor, they're out of play, and you play for 30 to 60 seconds. So, number 1, number 2, and number 3, you're under recommended progression, not instructional procedures, and you're going to teach these numbers. You're going to teach 2. Whoever's numbers 4 through 10, you're going to go to the next page, page 359, under activities with bean bags, and you're going to teach individual activities, tossing to self in place, found on the second column, not the first column. Some students get confused with that. So number 4 is going to teach tossing to self in place, numbers 1 and 2. Toss with both hands, catch the same way, catch with the back of the hands. Number 2, toss the bean bag progressively higher, then progressively lower. Whoever is number 5 will teach 3 and 4. Number 6 will teach number 5, toss over and catch with hands. Number 7, whoever picks the number 7 will teach number 6, hold the bag at arm's length. Whoever's number 8 will teach 7 and 8. Whoever's number 9 will teach only number 9, toss in various ways while seated and while lying down. And whoever's number 10 will teach number 10, which is toss 2 bean bags upward and catch a bag in each hand. To continue with activity 4, which is chapter 17, let's turn to page 366. So whoever picks number 11, 12, 13, or 14, they're going to be juggling with scarves, which they call cascading. And on page 366, number 11 is going to teach number 1, which is 1 scarf. Number 12 will teach number 2, which is 2 scarves, 2 hands. Number 13, 2 scarves, 1 hand. And number 14 will have 3 scarves. Also, some more manipulative activities, but this is with scoops and balls. Turn to page 370. Individual activities on page 370. Number 15 will teach number 1 with scoop and balls. Number 16 will teach number 2. Number 17 will teach number 3. Under partner activities for scoops and balls, number 18 will teach number 1. Number 19 will teach number 2. Scoops and balls are so much fun with elementary kids, even junior high and high school kids, depending on how the difficulty you want to make for them. But I have found we cannot do scoops and balls for kids younger than 2nd grade. You're pushing it to do 2nd grade, and we would have to roll the ball with 2nd graders. 3rd graders, they can get it pretty good, but we would have to condense it down and make it more simple for them. To finish up with activity 4, we have another type of object with hoops. So on page 376, whoever picks number 20, on page 376, they have a game called Around the Hoop. Number 21 is bumper car tag. That's actually on page 377. Whoever's number 22 or 23, you are going to do ribbon movements. Turn to page 395, and on page 395, on the 2nd column, right-hand column, rhythmic gymnastics movement, swinging movements, encircling movements. So all of number 1 has A, B, C, D, E. Number 2 has A, B, C, D, E. So whoever's number 22 will teach all of that. Number 23 will do the figure 8 movement, so turn the page. And then and also the zigzag movement. So whenever you're teaching that, we're going to make sure we do dominant and non-dominant hand with that, not just one hand. To finish off, Roman numeral 4, it's cup stacking. I have a CD for that, and they have 3 stack and 6 stack, so whoever teaches it, it's a CD, and I have the information for you. You will only type up the headings, and as far as for the actual activities on what I want the students to have to put in their box, I will hand that out to the class. Roman numeral 5 is also manipulative skills, found also in chapter 17, but I grouped them together for Roman numeral 5. It's all rope jumping. So let's go back to page 386, and on page 386 they talk about the basic steps. So side swing, whoever's number 1 has a real easy one. It's so simple just to do side swing to the left and to the right. Number 2 will do the double side swing and jumps. Number 3 will do the 2-foot basic step that you all learned growing up when you first learned how to jump rope by yourself, and then so forth. Again, some of these activities I did not pick because there's too many activities to choose from. So numbers 1 through 12, these are the activities you would have for rope jumping. Some more activities for Roman numeral 5. Long rope jumping. The MC means it's found on my courses, so I already have it typed up. You just go look under activities on my courses to find stack 'em up, collision, triangle, and double dutch. And if I'm not mistaken, I have it listed as long rope jumping. Activities on parallel beams is found in your book on page 403. So if you turn to page 403, you will see it. It's listed exactly how I have it stated here. Activities on parallel beams. We have whoever's number 17 will teach number 1, and so forth. Number 18 will teach number 2. Without a partner, do various animal walks. And 3, 4, and 5. Parallel beams. What we use is 2x4s, and we put them on the floor. We either go outside on the sidewalk if it's not too cold or hot, or we do it in the gym. To finish off activity 5, we have movement going the full length of a single beam. So number 22 will teach number 1 on the 2nd column, the right side of the page, do various locomotor tasks. Number 23 will teach number 2, follow different directions, forward, backward, and sideways. Number 24 will teach number 3, and number 25 will teach number 5. This concludes activity 5. Roman numeral 6. Roman numeral 6 is in correlation with chapter 19. But I did not get the material from there. I got it from CDs I have. I got line dances as you see here. So I have a CD. All of this, by the way, is on my courses as you see up there. I have it listed as Roman numeral 6, Rhythmic Activities Instructions. So you click on it and you go find the name of your song. I have the Learning Station CD, I have it, and that's where I got Simon Says, Place Your Hands, Crab Walking from. I have a dynamic dance that I got it from, and this one's kind of old, but I still love it. Adam's Family Groove, and then the La Raspa. These instructions for 1 through 5 are on my courses. For the line dances, there are no instructions. There might be instructions for the Zydeco dance, I'm trying to think. But you can look up the video. I think I have a video for the chicken dance. But if you don't know the Cotton Eye Joe or the Freeze, somebody in class, or you can get with me, knows it. Zydeco Bounce, I tried to get a more current one. So TK Soul is a cute one. It's very easy to learn. But as far as for anything in the book, there's nothing in the book that correlates with this. Everything is on my courses. Let's continue with Roman numeral 6. As you see here, I have a CD called Can a Jumbo Jet Sing the Alphabet? All of the instructions for number 10, 11, 12, and 13 are found on my courses. The directions on how to teach the dance, that's all on my courses. So you go to the Rhythmic Activities Instructions, find the name of your song, and it's already written there, so you'll just copy and paste that whenever you need to type up all your activities. Letter E is the Tony Chestnut CD. Tony Chestnut is a song, so number 14 is going to be teaching that. The little elementary, pre-K, kindergarten kids, they know this. They do well with it. Pump Pump Shuffles, number 15. I've gone to the Layford Convention for years now, and I've picked up activities from there, and that's where I got instructions on these different songs here. Easy Badonk, Scoot, Cowboy Boogie, and so forth. The last one is Taninkling, and I have a handout for that just like I said for cup stacking. I have the handout. I'm going to hand out to you, the students. So whoever's number 25, as far as for the Taninkling instructions, you will just type the heading for Taninkling, and I will provide the information to the class. Roman numeral 7 is parachute activities that I've gotten from chapter 21. Chapter 21 is titled Cooperative Skills. So the class has to work together in order to cooperate to actually do these activities. So let's look on page 521. That's because I've skipped some. Before page 521, there's some more cooperative activities called group challenges. But we just don't have enough time. There's so many activities in this book that we can't get to just because there's not enough time. That doesn't mean you can't use it to teach a lesson, but we just don't have enough time in the semester to do it. So on page 521, on the parachute, they have toe toucher is an activity, and then the abdominal curl up is doing sit-ups, and you're going to say good morning and good night. That's how easy that is. So whoever picks number 1 has that. And then you'll see number 2, backward pull on the next page, and running in place. So those two are very easy. We have a large parachute, 36 feet in diameter, that we're going to use for this. Whoever's number 3 is going to teach the isometrics. And that's very simple as well. Number 4 is going to do students under the chute. But you have to teach how to make a dome first before you teach students under the chute. Then we have number exchange, in which you also are making a dome, punching bag, and blooming flower. I've combined 2 activities for number 6. Number 7 has lights out, and so forth, and you keep going. Activities with equipment. Where's ball circle? Number 10. ball circle. So you have a basketball or a ball. Number 11 is popcorn, and you continue on. Notice here, number 18 is Wheel of Fortune. So anytime you see that MC, it's not in the book, it's on my courses. So you have to go look for it, and I think I have it listed under parachute activities. This frequent flyer and the rest of these are mini parachutes, M-I-N-I. They're small parachutes. They are so much fun for 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders and on up, junior high and high school. The upper elementary, they get bored with the big parachutes. So this is a great alternative. You'll see for yourself how much fun they are. Frequent flyer, and it builds. It's a progression to move from frequent flyer to hot wings, then double aura hot wings. So all of these that say MC, that means the instructions for it, you will find it on my courses. Activity 8 correlates with chapter 22, and it's all games in chapter 22. So I have broken them up into the 3 developmental levels. You have learned that developmental level 1 is K through 2, or if you haven't, you will learn it. Developmental level 2 is 3rd and 4th grade. Developmental level 3 is 5th grade. So let's turn to page 534, and right there on 534, you'll see animal tag. Now notice for animal tag, there is a diagram. So when you're typing up animal tag, you have to include that diagram with it. Whenever you'll have to insert that picture. Aviator also has a picture in the book that you need to incorporate whenever you type it up. Bottle kickball. Let's see. It also has a pic with it. Cat and mice also has a picture with it. Turn the page to Charlie over the water. We don't do circle stoops. Firefighter. So it goes alphabetical order. Firefighter does have a picture with it that you need to include when you're typing the activity. What's after firefighter? Hot potatoes. So let's go to hot potatoes on page 539. Jack Frost and Jane Thaw. We're not doing Leap the Brook, but not to say you can't do Leap the Brook if you like that activity when teaching your lesson. Jack Frost and Jane Thaw, Roly Poly. So alphabetical order, we're going through the M's, the O's, the P's, go to R. Roly Poly has a picture in it for you to include when you're typing it up. Scarecrows and the Crows, it also has a picture that needs to be included when you're typing the activity. Soap bubbles on page 543. Squirrel in the trees, that is found on my courses. It is not the one in the book. I repeat, not the one in the book. You go to my courses to find it. Tommy Tucker's Land, turn the page, Tommy Tucker's Land. It has a picture of it in the book that you need to include when you're typing the activity. So now we're at developmental level 2. Developmental level 2 is our 3rd and 4th graders, okay? It gets a little bit more complex with the chase and tag games and more maneuvering. So the first one is addition tag. It also has a picture. Bounce ball. Remember, it's alphabetical order within the developmental level. So bounce ball shows a picture you need to include when typing the activity. Box ball also has a picture. Crows and cranes. Let's turn. Remember, it's alphabetical order. Crows and cranes. And they do a good job with this picture to help you to realize how to set it up. We didn't have it in this old book. They're doing a good job with these pictures to help you to understand how to set them up. Fly trap also has a picture that you need to include. One step. Turn, because it's alphabetical order, so we're going to have to go several pages. One step. I love the game One Step. It is a phenomenal game. We don't have to use just a ball or a bean bag. I play that with the scoops and balls. You can use any object to throw that you want. One Step is a great activity that has a lot of variations to it that you could use for different objects. Steal the Treasure. Well, they have included a lot of pictures in this new book. Development Level 3, Barker's Hoopla. So let's turn the page. Wow, they did a really good job with the pictures. They've added almost a picture for every game, but it helps you to understand how to set it up. Foursquare. Let's turn its alphabetical order. So let's see. And then we have, let's see, volley tennis. Turn. Oh wait, here's Foursquare. I found it way over here. I knew it was in here. On page 565. Page 565, and it has a picture on it. It's under miscellaneous playground games. Volley tennis. Let's see where volley tennis is. Volley tennis. I know it's in here. Oh, yeah, okay. Foursquare. Okay. Oh, volley tennis. Okay. It's on page 567. Page 567 is volley tennis. Mosquito Tag is on my courses. Crazy Critter Catcher on my courses. These are some great tag games that I have found. Well, Mosquito Tag is a tag game. Crazy Critter Catcher is a cute little game. But these are found on my courses.